Hey guys, my name's Katrina. This is my first YouTube video, so sorry if I'm so awkward and the editing is awful. I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I never really had the courage or anything to talk about or the time, so today I'm gonna just be talking about my pregnancy so far. I'm 33 weeks yesterday, so I'm just gonna talk about like every trimester and how it's been going and stuff. So I found out I was pregnant in August, the end of August. And the first things I kind of noticed that was kind of weird was nosebleeds and being thirsty all the time. Sorry if I look down, I just have things written down here. Everything was sore in my body, like especially my back and joints and bones and everything. Yeah, obviously I missed my period. That was a thing. And yeah, I was hungry and thirsty all the time. So I had mild nausea. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, like the first trimester of pregnancy, but it was like a little bit more than normal, especially when I was hungry and right after I ate, I would feel really nauseous. Or like when I drank water too fast. Being hot all the time, I'm like sweating so much right now. Headaches, I had lots of headaches and feeling bloated, which I guess is pretty obvious. Feeling anxious a lot about if the baby was gonna be okay and everything, and I had dizziness. Yeah, I was moody and tired. Yeah, like mood swings. I kind of wish that I knew that this could happen before I became pregnant, but I had lots of cramps. And that like obviously made me so worried because you hear about like if you get cramps, you know, it's like maybe a miscarriage or maybe something's wrong. So that always stressed me out. So I was really stressed out like the first whole trimester. And I had some acne, but my hair and my nails grew like a lot. I don't know if that was from the pregnancy or the prenatals, but that was a nice plus. Started to notice my belly growing at like 9 weeks, and I felt congested and out of breath, which is normal. You hear that, feeling congested. I don't know why that happens. You're just producing more mucus or something. So the scariest thing that happened, at 12 weeks, I had like a lot of bleeding. And of course, like the first thing I thought was that it would be a miscarriage. So we went to the ER right away, and I was like crying and freaking out and stuff. And it took so long, of course. The hospital, like getting an ultrasound, we were there for 5 hours, I think, before we got an ultrasound. But they said everything was okay. The doctor was kind of a jerk. He was like, it's not a miscarriage this time, but it could still happen. But yeah, there was lots of blood, and I don't really like, I was kind of blurry in my head, so I don't know exactly what they said, but they said something about blood in the placenta, but they said everything's fine. And then going into the second trimester, I had a little bit more energy, a little bit less tired, and definitely less stressed out, started to get excited about having a baby. Yeah, my mood was more stable and I was definitely more happy. Ever since the second trimester, I have been like super happy and super, like uplifted and just in a good mood. And we found out the baby was a girl at 20 weeks. We had a gender reveal party. And then the third trimester, I didn't know that, you know, obviously I knew my belly would get big, but I didn't know it would like hurt when you bend over, like it would get in the way. And I still continue to feel congested and tired and hot, and my ribs and my hips hurt like so bad. I guess the baby just kicking or hanging out around my hips and the ribs, that hurts, and my back hurts and my neck hurts. And I've been having Braxton Hicks, which is, I don't know like how to tell the difference between Braxton Hicks and real labor, but it's kind of scary sometimes. And I still have headaches, but not as much as the first trimester, and a little bit of nausea is coming back. but it's not bad at all. Something I can definitely deal with. So what I thought was weird was, you know, you hear about all the myths about how you can tell what the gender of your baby's gonna be. So I always looked those up before we knew it was a girl. And according to the signs, I thought I was gonna have a boy. But all of those are not true, obviously. My doctor told me not to listen to them, but I was still intrigued. So signs of having a girl is extreme morning sickness, which I didn't really have. I had a little bit, but definitely not extreme. Mood swings, which I guess I did have. Sugary cravings, which I didn't crave sugar or chocolate or anything until the 3rd trimester. I was always craving like salt and vinegar chips and like salty soup and stuff in the 1st and 2nd trimester. Oily skin and dull hair, which I noticed some acne, but not really oily or dull hair. Gaining weight everywhere. For a girl, I've heard that you gain weight like in your whole body, but I've really only noticed it in my belly, not really anywhere else. And a high heartbeat. Her heartbeat has been like around 145, so it's not really that high, and that was like the #1 thing that people said like can dictate what gender your baby's going to be, which, you know, I'm here to tell you it's crap. It's not always true. But yeah, we're so excited to have our baby girl, and again, sorry if this was so awkward. I promise it'll get better. Leave a comment if you want me to make any sort of video or anything, and thanks for watching.